He helped.
She helped. He helps me. She helped me start liking school.
She helped me with my math.
She helps me with my letters. She helps me be nice to other kids.
She listened to me.
I like school now. I love the school psychologist.
School psychology is making the difference for children and helping them experience success.
Good job, bud. Give me 5.
School psychologists are mental health professionals who specialize in helping students develop the skills to cope with the challenges they face.
It's not just about testing kids and putting labels on kids. It's about working with teachers and with families and with kids and with colleagues, and everybody collaborates and you try to figure out what's best for this kid, put some interventions in place, see if they work, see if you make a difference in the life of a kid. And that's what I think is so unique about Iowa. We really focus on, are we making a difference in the life of this kid and the life of this family?
The culture of not only collaboration but innovation. We're not only allowed to innovate, but we're encouraged.
Using not IQ tests, but things like curriculum-based measures in reading, writing, and math, and doing problem analysis using curriculum-based evaluation, things that most people don't have in their toolbox around the country that our staff just use as part of their daily routine.
Another thing I think that Iowa is doing, which is really expanding what school psychologists do, when we talk about kids who are having reading problems or behavioral difficulties, how can we intervene earlier so we actually prevent problems?
But what happens with the problem-solving model is a teacher will make a referral and then it will be referred to a problem-solving team.
So we have the parents come in right away so we can get to the problems and get them sorted out so that problems don't compound later on.
You try to put in place all of the environmental supports you possibly can for a student to be successful in a general education setting.
And I think it helps the kids because you show that you're supporting them and you're doing everything you can on your end to make sure that they get what they need, because it might be different from their peer.
You can get them performing like other kids their age so that they have opportunities that all other kids have.
The secret to unlocking a student's potential is finding the strengths that make that student unique, as well as identifying the challenges he or she is trying to overcome. As part of the intervention process, Iowa school psychologists perform a wide variety of assessment activities.
One thing that makes Iowa really unique is we can use a lot of informal assessments, so assessment, curriculum-based assessment, and we can use norm reference data and looking at their history if they've had problems in the past.
We work together as teams with other people that bring expertise to the table, educational consultants and school social workers, speech-language pathologists.
Generally, the problem is not just in the child. So it's a mismatch between the child and the environment. So problem solving is a real look at how can we adjust things so the child can be successful.
Many times we have early interventions or problem-solving meetings where the problems are taken care of. The interventions are implemented in the classroom or with families, where you don't have to identify a child for special ed services.
The only kids that come to the evaluation is when you can't solve the problem. And then you know that their learning is so different from their peers that they need a specialist to teach them in that area.
When a formal evaluation is necessary, children who demonstrate a need for special education services are not placed into classrooms based on labels. Instead, most Iowa schools simply provide appropriate services for the students' needs.
Kids face enough challenges without carrying that label with them.
They just need assistance in that we're not labeling them and putting them into a certain category and expecting them to behave a certain way according to their label.
And that, to me, is one of the huge pluses, is that we are able to provide services and people aren't getting hung up on what you call it.
We make a difference.
We make a difference.
Definitely. Yeah, I feel like I make a difference.
Well, obviously we're doing something right in Iowa because our children are learning, their achievement rates are high and improving. That's in part because of a deep enduring commitment to education that exists in Iowa, a strong value in education, and an investment not only financially but personally in the welfare of our children and their learning.
Iowans make education a priority.
It's just a very friendly community.
We wanted our children to grow up in Iowa schools. It's the quality of life.
We have wonderful access to fine arts.
So not only is it unique being a school psychologist here and getting to do a lot of different things in your buildings and trying new things, but also to raise a family.
We're here for the kids, aren't we? I think that's what we're really here for, seeing them grow up.
Thanks for helping me.
Thanks for listening to me.
Thanks for helping me.